1943. The Tuskegee study would go on for decades until 1972. The doctors would also track a control group of 201 originally uninfected black men from Macon County. The $10 million out-of-court settlement was divided amongst the surviving participants, or the estates of the deceased, not anyone else affected indirectly. Only 127 men survived the 40-year study. Living syphilitic participants received $37,500 per person, while control group members and the estates of the deceased received smaller amounts like $5,000 or $15,000. Survivors and their families were also awarded free lifelong medical care. There was also the forced sterilization victims of eugenics in North Carolina. From 1929 to 1974, the Eugenics Board of North Carolina sterilized around 7,600 black Americans, including children as young as 10 years old, often against their will or without their consent. In 2013, the state of North Carolina approved a $10 million compensation fund for the surviving victims of the state-run forced sterilization program. About 1,500 victims were estimated to be living by the year 2013. In 2014, over 200 survivors were awarded a first compensation payment of $20,000. Later, in 2015, victims received their second and final payments of $15,000 to $30,000, depending on the details of their respective cases. Individuals coerced into sterilization outside of the direct authority of the Eugenics Board of North Carolina, i.e., by threats to lose government assistance from local welfare officials, were denied compensation. This last instance of race-based reparations provided by the United States government is actually the first chronologically. The District of Columbia Compensated Emancipation Act of 1862 paid up to $300 per enslaved person to Washington, D.C. slave owners who freed their slaves. Slave owners received reparations for their loss of property 3 years before the Civil War ended. Now that you have an idea of reparations payments for everything from loss of property to false imprisonment to loss of life, let's talk about why Black Americans will never receive